After 31 episodes of Tag You're Out, we're finally going to do a recording. How this works is we have 4 maps from a particular author that we have 2 minutes each to set a time on in Discovery and kind of figure out what the maps are. These maps are public before the competition, so people can practice them. And then after that, we have a tag type event played over the 4 maps with 3.5-minute lobbies. I'll explain that a little bit more once we get to it. For now, we've just got a couple of maps to play through. This week's maps are by IcRS, who is a very good mapper. It was very hard to choose a batch of 4 maps because I wanted to choose maybe 10, but these are the ones we have, and the first one is called Woodland Pass. Not sure if some of these corner cuts are actually that beneficial. Maybe if done well, but if not, then just going around and keeping the speed would be better. But I'm on a decent warm-up run here. I don't know if I'll make it to the finish. Yeah, just in time. 6th place in that warm-up. I don't know how to pronounce this, but I'll butcher it. L'Aube sont navrantes? Probably way wrong on that, but you know, it's not a language I normally speak, so in fact, it's probably not a language I ever speak. This one has some ice. There are a couple of good ice maps from IcRS. This one's really fun. Has a couple of ice sections with some track intermixed between it. I'm kind of messing up this first ice section though. Yeah, you can see my ghost just flying past me. You want to kind of enter it middle, and I'm entering it a little bit too high. That's a bit better, but you can still see I was down speed. I'll figure this map out as it goes. Too low there. A little bit higher than middle. Can cut high for the oscillation there, I think. No, that will set you up too bad for the right-hand turn. Well, you can see Kernkov in front. He's very good at ice. Apparently I didn't get a finish on this one. We got Lexer around in the lobby. It's pretty stacked. Lexer doesn't play in these a whole lot, so it's kind of interesting to see him here this week. This is a slow map. I should be pretty good at slow, but there are some really strong players in the lobby, so I'm not sure how this will go. A little bit down on speed, but oh, that's a lot down on speed when you hit a wall. With slow maps, you kind of want to minimize your turning and have the track turn for you. Like go wide around this so you're not turning as sharply. This one's kind of hard because you have to turn sharp to get around it, but you also don't want to do that on slow maps. Pretty decent run here. Oh, that would have been first place, but Quick Racer just demolished my time right at the end there. He's really good at slow maps too, and in general, but you kind of see Quick Racer shine on slow maps as well. Oh, that's really good speed though. I don't think I have time to make it to the finish. But yeah, that was a pretty good run. And this is the last map of Discovery until we get into the actual competition. So I'll kind of explain how it goes for those who haven't seen it or haven't played yet. Each round you will get assigned 2 opponents. One is called your pursuer, and the other is called your target. If you drive faster than your pursuer, then you are safe, no consequences. But if you drive faster than your target, you can eliminate a life off of them. We all start with 3 lives, and if your target or your pursuer drives faster than you lose a life. Once you're down to 0 lives, you're out of the competition. The targeting system is random, so each round, each pursuer and target will be assigned at random, even though maybe it doesn't seem like it's random at sometimes. There's no actual logic to how it's assigned, so it's all up to how the algorithms are implemented in code from the math third-party packages, and if those aren't truly random, that's unfortunate. But yeah, so we just want to survive and drive faster than the person pursuing you and whittle away at the competition by driving faster than the target. Alright, first map, I'm pursued by St. Nicholas and targeting lighter. That's a little bit of a tough one. St. Nicholas is a good player, so I just have to see if I can stay ahead of him. I need to set the time to... Yeah, the timer is supposed to be 3.5 minutes, but I forgot to reset it, so we set it down to 3 minutes since the half minute had already passed, and next round I'll have to remember to set it to 3.5 at the beginning of the round. My ghost's passing me here, but I don't know how strong St. Nick is on this map, so I'm just going to keep the run and see where it places me. 4th place right now. That's decent, but St. Nick is not too far behind, 2 places behind me, so I'm going to try to improve. I am driving faster than Lighter right now, so I will be taking a life from him. You can see also, for visuals on the leaderboard, you can see how many lives people have on the left, and then on the where their name is, you can see it's yellow. Well, I guess also their life counter is yellow if they're in danger of losing a life this round based on current leaderboard standings. So you can see yellow is not driving faster than his pursuer, so he's about to lose a life unless he gets an improvement here. You can see him right in front of me too. And he looks pretty fast. Not really catching him. so this should be a decent time for yellow. Slight improvement for me, doesn't move me up the standings, but yellow didn't get enough quite yet. Let's see who's pursuing yellow. Looks like Mac Cheesy, you can see there the P on the second to last column to the right is who's pursuing Mac Cheesy there. And we've got a couple others who are in danger too. But St. Nicholas is getting close to me. I'm a little bit worried. But I don't have time for another run, so we just have to hope. Oh, Yellow in chat says they're down 1 HP. That's unfortunate. Mac Cheesy has a good time though. Let's make sure St. Nick's not coming to the end. No, it looks like I'm safe this round. How many people lost lives? We got 4 plus this page. Some people who aren't even in the lobby any. Oh no, they just DNF'd. Maybe they're AFK. Zoman is AFK. That's crazy. Someone's done this before where he's been AFK for most of the tournament and then been down to 1 life and came back and I think won it, which is pretty nuts. So we'll see if that happens again. Pursued by Metal CJ. Metal CJ is a pretty good player too. Up and coming player, hasn't been around too long, but is getting fast pretty quickly. So we'll see if I can stay ahead of that. Looks like I'm currently on pretty close to a PB run. Finally got that ice section I was struggling with in warm-ups. Oh, can I make this? Oh no. Gonna have to reset that. That's too much time loss. That is a very tight edge. Got yellow ahead of me again. Oh, I was up fast. I was so fast that run, but couldn't make it around that corner. I don't see Metal CG on the leaderboard, but it doesn't mean they don't have a fast time. We got Round, who is potentially losing a life in 4th place on the leaderboard. Oh, that corner again. I'm interested to see who's pursuing Round with that. But I also need a run, so I can't really look at the leaderboard right now. This is my last run. If I mess up this again, then it's... Okay, it looks like I'm getting past that corner. Just need to make it to the end now. I'm on a PB as well, so should be pretty decent. I'm not even on the leaderboard though. Where's Metal CJ? Round was pursued by Mac Cheesy, but it looks like they improved so that they're not in danger anymore. Metal CJ right behind me. Oh, that was close, but I don't know if they have enough time to finish. We'll see. See if we can find them. Looks like they're just AFK now, so I think we made it past that time without losing a life. Yeah, we're good. Saint Nick, Alex, Mortishade, Microwaves, Daytime, Verdant, Zoman lose another, and Joe Vital. This is the map I'm really good at. Oh, except for I'm pursued by Quick Racer, who beat me in warm-ups, so that's unfortunate. That's the wrong time to get Quick Racer. We'll just put down a run. Hopefully he doesn't have as good of a run this time and we can clutch it out, and maybe I can get a better run as well. Oh, that's good though. Don't hit poles. Current gob with the 39.3 on a slow map, keyboard player on a slow map, and still beating my PB, so that's pretty nuts. But as you can see, my splits were, I had splits for beating my PB too, so if I can just get a run down, well, I don't know. If I can just get a run down, then I don't know if it's enough either, because I got Quick Racer, so we'll find out. That corner keeps getting me though. Looks like Quick Racer might be struggling too. They haven't put down a time. I'm targeting Alex right now, who's streaming this event, and he should be worried because he's not as good at slow as I am generally. So I expect to take a life off of him if I can actually get a good run in, but that requires me to actually set down a time. I don't think that's fast enough to be a Quick Racer, no. Oh, it's just barely faster than Alex too. But that does put him in danger. Not a good round for me on a slow map here. And I don't have time to reset anymore, so I think I lose a life with this performance. Hopefully I can make it to this map again without being eliminated and get a better, do a better job next time. Unfortunate, but we move on. We lose a life there. Still took one from Alex, and then Daytime knocks to Verdant, Joe Beidle, and Zoman did not come back to win it with one life, so they are out. This time I'm pursued by Wheelie. Wheelie's a pretty good player. It's been around a little bit longer, but they improved really fast when we first. Well, I guess they've been around for a long time with a name change, but there was a period of time within like a month where they just went from some random person in the lobby to someone who is actually a competitor. So this is also a decently challenging matchup here, but we'll see. Currently second place. Can definitely improve that time though. What is my PB? 37.2. I'm down a lot of speed. Probably shouldn't keep this run. But it might still be better than my current run. Not if it hit walls. A little bit up on that too lets it swing you down to conserve a little bit of more speed. I think I messed up the part after it though, so I'm still down for my PB, but that's something you want to look for in tubes. You want to swing a little bit wider to conserve speed. If it's closer to the end, not as necessary, because faster lines or shorter lines are better closer to the end, but you want to get fast through tubes. Swinging up and letting the tube turn down you is generally a good idea. Might have swung up a little bit too much on that one, I'm not sure. But I am ahead of my PB ghost right now, so that's good. Swinging up a little bit here because we're still got a little track to go, but not too. Oh no! That was a good run, and I just messed up right at the end. Hopefully, Wheelie isn't on a good run here. Looks like they're in last place currently. It looks like I survived, so it doesn't matter that I'm pretty far down on the leaderboard. As long as I beat the person pursuing me, then we're all good. Back to the first map again. I'm pursued by YOLO this time, who I was watching last time we played this map. I had a better time than YOLO, but that was still pretty close, so I'm a bit scared. And then Alex has his chance to get revenge on me for that life I took from him right now, so let's see if we can make sure he can't get that revenge. Though Alex is really fast on this map, so I'm not confident. Ooh, that was a lucky line through that post. Not exactly how I wanted to race, but take it as a first run. Yeah, I guess it's a little bit confusing. Clickers are saying in the chat, or I guess Samuras is saying that their target is Lexer. That's who you're trying to take a life from. The pursuer is the one who's actually trying to take a life from you, so that's the only one you need to worry about. For them, it looks like it's Wheelie who's trying to take a life from them. Probably shouldn't have spent the time to look at the leaderboard there, because Yellow's hot on my tail. But, you know, I still got a minute. Hopefully that's enough. See if we can make it around this turn a little bit cleaner this time around. Yeah, it's a bit cleaner. My ghost is still ahead of me, but I feel like I'm passing it at the end here. Think, yeah, my PB is still a little bit better than that, and I don't think I have enough time for this run. So let's just hope that Yellow doesn't improve at this point. Unless I can get a fast run and just squeeze in before the timer's out. See if we can make this time around. Is that Yellow on the ground here? No, that's Lexer. Hit a pole, but I'll see if I can find Yellow. And oh, he's also on the ground somewhere, so I think I'm safe. Make it back to map 2 with 2 lives. Got several people with 3 still. Cobb loses his first life to Alex? It looked like Round was the only one ahead of him, but the leaderboard said Alex was pursuing him, so I'm a little bit confused about that. I'm pursued by Kernkow on an ice map. It's over for me. I'm losing a life pretty much no matter what I do. Doesn't matter that I'm 0.4 faster than my PB, because Kern is just insane on really any map, but especially ice. Hopefully this is enough to take... Oh, Lexer's also really good at ice. I don't know if I can even take a life from Lexer. Currently I am, but he hasn't put down a time yet. I think this is just a try my best and then move on kind of round here. Yeah, that's insane. 39.5. I'm 1.7 seconds behind Kern here, and that's there's no way I'm finding that much time. That's also a world record. I'll type that in chat. Good job, Kern. Took a life from me. There was no chance, but I appreciate that you made it happen with a world record. Lexer finally pulls ahead of me by almost a second, so I don't think I'm taking a life there either. Yeah, I don't know what I did on that one run that gave me +4 speed, but apparently that's not even good with my time on the board. So, I need to figure that out if I make it back to this track. But now I'm down to 1 life, so I'm not sure if I'll even make it there. Kern says not his PB, even though it's world record. Well, I don't know when you set your PB, but maybe it was like during Kirky testing. I think this was a Kirky map, maybe. Oh, partial wipe. So I guess maybe you didn't take me out with a world record, but world record as far as I knew. I'm even slowest on this map, so I must have been missing something. So 4 people with 3 lives left. Back to the slow map, pursued by Kern Cobb. Hopefully should be able to beat Kern this time. But they did have a better time than me last time we played this map. So we'll see how it goes. If I don't get a good run here, I might be done. And then just have to spectate for the rest of the tournament, but would like to pull in a good time here. 2 speed up, that's pretty good. Hard to make it around that last turn with that speed, but 39.5, that's not great. Kern did set a faster time than that last round. I went a little bit wider on that turn to try to conserve some more speed. I'm not sure if it will pay off with the time loss. Got a little wheel hook there, that's nice. But I don't think it set me up well for the next turn. Yeah, I'm still down. Kernkov is ahead of me currently. But Kernkov is also in trouble. Not sure who from. Lexer's a really good slow player, so I might not be able to take a life from them. But I still haven't got a run that I'm really happy with yet, so hopefully we can pull one together. We'll go a little bit wider here so we can make this turn better. Yeah, that did pay off a little bit, but I don't know if it's enough. No, 0.2. That's a PB, but I haven't played this map since I really started playing slow, so I feel like I can still do better than that. But I don't think I have time anymore, so I think that's it. Burn the keyboard player beat me on a slow map, which is not something I really like, but yeah, like what Alex says in chat, I got eliminated on a slow map, but you know, things happen. There's a joke with the slow maps that the slowest players are the fastest, so say Kern's slow there. Alright, time to just spectate. I'm eliminated a little bit earlier than I wanted to. 2 lives on the map that I should have been good at too, so that's pretty unfortunate. Looks like Alex is eliminated too. He is streaming. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but he usually streams this event. We have streamed together in the past. This is just the first time that I'm actually making a video, so I'm not in lobby with him. Looks like Lexer is on the furthest on his first run. And coming in with 36.9. What's my PB on this? 37.2. So that's a decent time, but beatable. Take a look at who's pursuing Lexer. Quick Racer, okay. And then Quick Racer's got McCheesy pursuing him. Who's Kern? Mortarshade is pursuing Kern. Who's pursuing Round? Oh, okay, we got some more times coming in. Mortarshade's in danger on their last life. Lexer, Round, and Quick Racer all still have 3 lives left. Kern coming in for their first time. Maybe taking her life off of Round with first place there. Let's go look at Round coming into the finish now, but clips right at the end. So we'll see if Round can pull together a run to beat Kern, but that looks like a pretty solid time. 0.4 ahead of second place for Lexer. McCheesy improves, but they could be in danger if Round improves enough to save themselves. We'll watch this run from Round, and then we'll go see what Mortarshade's doing, who's still on 1 life. Coming into the end here. No more times for a reset, so hopefully this is good. Nope, not enough. Not even enough to take a life from McCheesy, so see what Mortarshade's doing here. Got that nice ZSL car with the hat. It looks good, all pulled together. Coming into the finish now. And still last place, but an improvement. So that will be 07 to Mortarshade. 6th place for him. That's pretty good. Standing with this lobby, we've got some strong players. Looks like Zoman's still AFK in the lobby, just sitting there. See him on the leaderboard. Let's go watch Lexer, who seems to load in front. Round did reset. Quick Racer looks like they reset. Kern Cobb and oh, I guess Alex is out. I need to update the mod to only show the people who are still in on the track. I do it on the, when you cycle through people on the top, you can see I'm just cycling through and it only shows those who are still in, but it'd be nice to only show them on the track as well. So that could be an update that I make in the future. Partially saying that to log it for myself so I don't forget, but now you guys can hold me accountable as well. Lexer still hasn't finished the run. Kern Cobb with 38.5, that's really fast. And Lexer's pursued by Kern, so Lexer really has to put down a time here. Let's look at GTR. Kern Cobb, that current time is 2nd place in the world, just barely behind Round, so that's going to be a tough time to beat. Oh, maybe that isn't that current time. No, it's 12 milliseconds off, so still almost his PB and still would be second place on DTR if he didn't already have it. But oh, round with a world record here. Pulls ahead of Kerncobb and going to take a life from Kern if Kern doesn't improve. We'll shout that out in chat. Kern does improve, but not enough. Beat the former world record, but too late for it to actually be a world record. Let's look at MacCheesy. MacCheesy is pursued by Quick Racer, who only has a 0.6, which, I mean, that's still insanely fast. So, it'd be tough for MacCheesy to pull it out here, but it's possible. It could be Kern and Mac down to one life, which would be kind of insane. Kern Cobb is very good at clean sweeping these competitions, so for him to be down to one life would be pretty crazy. MacCheesy doesn't look like they improved, so they're going to be down to one. And it looks like Kern Cobb improved at the last moment. My mod maybe didn't improve, or update. I don't know if that's a snipe condition, and he's still going to lose a life, but no, it looks like the mod kept track of it. It was just a visual thing on the leaderboard. So, looks like Kerncobb pulled out a world record right at the end there, and took it back from round, keeping at 2 lives. So we've got a full board of 2 life people except for MacCheesy. On this map that I don't know what I'm doing apparently, so we'll see if we can figure out what others are doing differently than me. Well, it looks like Lexer takes that turn I was struggling with clipping a little bit later and doesn't even come close to clipping. Maybe that's where some of the speed is. It's kind of close to the end, so I'm not sure if that's really it. He doesn't go high on that tube. It goes right middle. I was going a little bit high there. If this weren't an ice entry, you'd probably want to go higher, just for the speed conservation, but with getting into the ice and the slidiness, that line kind of makes sense. Goes a little bit higher on that landing than I was. But resets, apparently wasn't happy with it. You can take a look at, I guess MacCheesy. They need a improvement. Against Round, who's currently in first place, though. Types nice time round in chat, so it's going to be a tough one there. Kern improves to a 0.1, which I believe is now a world record. We'll see. Probably PB, okay. But Kern is pursuing Round because they changed to yellow. MacCheesy, that's a good improvement, taking a life from Lexer potentially, but not enough to save himself. Quick Racer, last place right now, coming into a finish. We'll see if this can improve the standing. No, Quick Racer loses alive to that. Round comes in for another. Lexer coming in for another. Lexer improves above MacCheesy just barely and saves his life. 07 MacCheesy. And looks like Round and Quick Racer are down to 1 life now, with Kerncobb and Lexer still at 2. Back to the slow map. I kind of want to just play this one to get a better time, but I know that won't be good for the video, so I'll go spectate anyone anyway for you guys. Let's take a look at Quick Racer since he's had the fastest times so far, and see if we can see what is different between his line and my line. A little bit tighter there. I thought that would lose speed just because of how tight that turn is, but Quick Racer has put down times that are really good, so maybe not. He did take that right-hand turn close to the end tight as well, which I tried on my last run and gained 3/10 out of, so that was definitely a good decision by me that run, but it would have been nice to get a good rest of the run as well. But that's a really solid run. Do I need to shout out this as well? No, not quite. He needs a .471 for world record. That's still a really solid time. Kern Cobb being pursued by Quick Racer on this slow map is going to be tough for him, so I expect Kern Cobb to lose a life here. Quick Racer does not improve. Lexer's really good at slow. Round is a keyboard player, so slow might be a disadvantage to them like it is normally for Kern Cobb, but they both put in really solid times anyway. Oh, Quick Racer went up on that bank a little bit higher than I was. I thought that it would lose speed, but I guess it's less steering to just go straight over it. I should try that in the future. But let's go look at round who's in last place and see what's going on. Looks like maybe a little too tight around that corner, but I don't know. He still has a better time than me, so I can't really say too much. He was taking that one a little bit wider like I was trying to as well, instead of the tight line like Quick Racer did around there. See if it improves. It does, but not enough, so that will be round eliminated. 07 to round, and then we'll see if Lexer has enough. Kern Cobb takes first place on the slow map. I don't feel too bad about losing my life to Kern Cobb with that time, so I'm feeling a little bit better about myself. Uh, but yeah, that's an insane time for a keyboard player. Good job, Kern. Down to the final three. Got Cadenza again. We'll stay on. Well, Kern Cobb, I guess, just was AFK at the beginning, but we'll watch. Well, we got two people hitting a pole there. So everybody's back at the beginning. Kern Cobb now in front. Let's go watch him. Kern, not even world record. Oh yeah, that's true. But it was close. Goes high on that. Higher than I was going on that last turn. I thought it was too close to the end for it to really pay off, but maybe it still does. But you can see him go high at the beginning like I was trying to do as well, so good to see I had that line right. Looks like we can see on the leaderboard that Kern Cobb is pursuing Lexer, who's pursuing Quick Racer because of the name colors. And currently, as things stand, it's Kern Cobb going to win with at the end of this map as long as the others don't improve. So maybe we should go watch them. Clips a wheel there. I don't know if that lost speed or not. I wasn't really paying attention to their speed before and after. Maybe that was just a visual thing. Yeah, that jump didn't look great. Good reset. They're all fairly close in time. Lexer's only 0.15 behind Kern. And then Quick Racer is another 0.15-ish behind Lexer. That pole seems to be getting them. Okay, I don't know if that was a reset fast enough. We'll see as Quick Racer comes into the finish. Let's go see what Lexer's doing. Kern Cobb's at the beginning, not improving. Lexer is falling through the sky, so Lexer will be out for sure. But we'll see what Quick Racer can do with this run. Oh, he doesn't make it to the end. Kern Cobb wins. Congrats, Kern, for another win. I think that makes you the winningest Tag Your Out player so far. If you want to join Tag Your Out in the future, it's normally posted in the CTR Discord. We don't do it every week, but most weekends. I'll see you all next time.